52 seconds is wild? What do you mean by that? Explain right now. So nice. Jeronis, thank you so much for the tier 1. I don't know why it just glitched the fuck out saying hello, but hello to you too. Andromeda, hello. Highball, hello John Keyboard, hello Init. Astro, how you doing? James, what's up? Mamba. Godsons, how you doing, man? Dur, what's up, bro? Shiki, finally made it on time. What time is it there, Shiki? Hi, Elquan, how you doing, man? Happy Friday, Junior chat. Friday Junior. Oh, dude, it is Friday Junior today. Nice Thursday. Bro, I am conked out. Let me tell you guys, I made... Well, okay, let me keep it a buck. I have actually never made... I've never boiled pasta before. Like, I've always done other things. I don't know. Growing up, I've just never been a pasta person. Like, you know, just like never really cared to make it. So I was craving it. So I had my girlfriend, she boiled the pasta, but I made all the sauce. Ooh! I killed it with the sauce today. I killed it. Nice hair? Thanks, I just slicked it back. I was too lazy to do anything else. I did caramelized onions, a little bit of chili oil, like the crunchy chili oil, a bunch of different spices, garlic, olive oil, soy sauce, lots of butter, and then some other stuff. Ooh, it was so good, dude. Bro, he said my name. I'm so happy. Andrew, really? Love you, buddy. It legit looks like you got a haircut since yesterday? Really? I'm hungry now, bro. Honestly, I think it's been a hot minute since I've had spaghetti. But I forget how heavy pasta and stuff is sometimes, man. It's so heavy. I have a toddler, so I rarely make it for the stream. But what time is it there, Shiki? Sorry if I missed that before. I know you have a toddler, though. Honestly, that must be tough, making it to, like, keyboard stuff. Eating spaghetti right now, no lie? What kind right now? Tell me. If you like pasta and you're in Midtownish, you should try to go to Familia Baldassari. Where's that? Midtown? Like Midtown Toronto? What intersection? Vodka sauce? Classic. Double speak or app bug? Am I double speaking? Might be an app bug. Die-cut noodles in an alburo sauce is love. What's an alburo sauce? I don't really know what sauce that is. Yeah, it was pretty good. I have to admit, I really have been liking like the caramelized onion stuff when it comes to like sauces. So I was in heaven eating today. And then my girlfriend made a really good like soup to go with it. So very, very like hearty meal today. But honestly, I think it conked me out a little bit. Maybe I'll be too tired to build this oblique. Maybe I'll be a little too tired. Oh, I did watch the new Alien episode. Food coma? Honestly, a little bit. I haven't felt one of these in a while. Bro, the new Alien episode is insane, dude. It is crazy. You guys were right. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I don't want to spoil anything, but the latest episode, so I guess episode 5, literally felt like a movie. I actually forgot I was watching a show at one point, and I thought we were watching a movie. So, insane episode. Insane. I felt like if you had just given me episode 5, and then continued it just a little bit, I would have been, like, in heaven. That would have been, like, an alien movie to me. So, it's Alien Earth. Alien Earth is insane. I strongly recommend you check out the show. Strongly, dude. You should design a keyboard with a matching pair of glasses. I need new glasses here. I need to get a eye checkup soon too. So it's based off the Alien movie series. It's in the same universe as it, right? It's not its own thing. I'm assuming so, right? I was kind of actually. That's the only thing I'm struggling with is like where does it fit into the Alien movies? But I'm not too sure. It's part of the Alien franchise. I know that much. It's like straight in it. I did see a sneak peek of the terminal keyboard from Typeface, but I didn't pay too much attention to it. Honestly, I was kind of like other stuff on my mind this morning. Before Alien. Pause. The show takes place before the very first movie? Is that right? That's correct? Huh. I'm gonna have to rewatch it. I've just recently rewatched all the Alien stuff. Okay, that's interesting. You guys got me thinking. I'm like thinking about everything right now. Alien Earth takes place in 2120, placing it as a prequel 2 years before the events of the original Alien film. Oh, interesting. The series is a set. A decade after. God damn, dude. Sword, thank you so much for the 5-tier 1s, man. Bro, if I could give you a big old hug and smooch right now, thank you so much, dude. Did you guys like Romulus? Did you guys like it? I liked Romulus a little bit. I thought Romulus was good. Thank you again. I appreciate that, Sword. Thank you so much, bro. And thank you for the tier 1 too, man. Thank you, guys. Hey Alex, how are you? I just got my PT750 kit in gray. Great keyboard, by the way. And the machining is immaculate. Yeah, it's really good. Honestly, they killed it with the PT750. Waiting on HMX Cosmic Purples. Is that a tactile switch or a linear switch? Swag keys, Night V4s, now that I see it in purple. I think Oblivion will fit it. Yeah, that'll be a nice neutral set for it. What desk mat is this? This is a random one I got at Amazon. Actually, let me tell you guys my vision. We'll talk about a few things before I open up the build. Wait, wrong button. Okay, I kind of want to get a desk pad like this, but the whole desk. I kind of want to just cover the whole desk with this. What I'm noticing that it's actually starting to bug me is I've noticed a little bit of scratches on the desk itself, and I kind of want to keep this in good condition. I know this is a working desk, but I wouldn't mind getting... No, I don't want to stack them, but I wouldn't mind just getting a really large one. I did see some brands who sell them, but they end up getting kind of pricey for really large ones, though. I kind of want like a desktop, yeah, like not a desk pad. I want the whole thing. But then also, okay, I don't know where to buy this, and I was actually going to ask you guys for help on this. I kind of want a giant cork desk pad as well. But I've been told it's tough to ship. So, what I mean by that is I wouldn't mind the exact same size I just explained, like literally flooding off the camera even over here. Just like a giant cut of cork. I actually really want something like that, but I don't see anyone who makes anything like that, unless I just buy a sheet of cork. But I also don't want it to just be a raw sheet of cork. I want like something underneath. I have something else in the works like that I thought of, but now Mamba, my thought process has changed, so I haven't really ran with it. But yeah, I want a giant sheet of cork. I just have no idea where to get one that has like anti-slip, like, you know, basically this texture on the bottom and stuff, like this like dot texture or just some sort of silicone or rubber on the bottom. I don't know. Buying a raw sheet of cork was not a good idea for me because I didn't like the feel. Yeah, like I just want basically this. I want a corky, but I want the whole thing. Like I literally want this, but the whole desk. Maybe I should just ask Mike. Do you think Mike would do something like that? This feels like the whiteboard all over again. No, the whiteboard I actually purchased and that didn't come in. This is just an idea. Mike said Q3, sometime Q3. I have no idea when. But soon, very soon, I think, was the timeline at this point here. How did the whiteboard start? Oh, dude, this is like... Basically, when we moved into here, when I was redoing this space I'm working in right now, I told myself, you know what? I'm worth it. I want to buy a few things for myself for this office space. That's what I told myself. And I really wanted a whiteboard to write down ideas and just like things I need to do during the day. And I'm like, yes, that's awesome. To my right, which you guys can't see, there's a small space that would be perfect for a whiteboard. It's not very wide though, and I didn't want to like extend it to the entire thing, so I wanted something skinny, but I also wanted something with like a metal frame. The only place that had something like that was Pottery Barn. It even had like a little thing where you can put your markers, so I ordered it. I ordered this whiteboard from Pottery Barn. It was like expensive. It was like almost like $200 with taxes and shipping. They said it shipped out next week. Next week came, it didn't ship. Then they said, we're back ordered, give us a month. A month went by, nothing shipped. Then 2 months went by, and I'm like, where's my stuff? And they're like, we're gonna ship it soon. Then like 3 months went by, and they're like, we just shipped it to you. And I'm like, I didn't get anything. They're like, dude, that's not our problem anymore. I looked at the tracking code, hasn't even left their warehouse yet. Like, it was just tracking code made. I'm like, you guys are lying to me. They said, nuh-uh. I said, yeah-huh. Then basically, the music's so loud, is it? Then basically, after that, they told me, you have to deal with the shipping company to get your money back. And I said, I'm not doing that. And then they gave me back my, then they gave me back my money. So it was a really annoying process where I felt like I had $200 tied up with the company for almost almost 3 months. I had like what, $200 tied up? Why not get a solid cork? You get cork cut so you can connect pieces like, oh my god. I don't want a puzzle cork piece. Then chat relentlessly bullied you for years. It's been about a year. You guys have been bullying me for that. I think it's actually the year mark coming up now because it was last September when I ordered it. So I picked up a chalkboard in Marketplace. Bought Hagoromo chalk. Oh, something just popped up here. And I feel like Goodwill Hunting every time I use it. Dude, I wanted that too. Solid cork, but how big is this?
And that's how gifted a tier 1 sub to Pancake
small,
Stipes.
Unfortunately.
They have given 20 gift subs in the channel.
I saw this one too, by the way. Thank you, Ann, and I appreciate it. So, Bourbon, I actually saw this one too, but I think this is actually still below the size threshold that I want. I appreciate you looking though. It's crazy. I feel like no one sells like large format cork desk pads, which I feel like would be the ultimate working surface. Because like, I don't care if this gets dirty, but because this is like, to me, I've been finding this easier to just wipe away things and stuff. But
well, 458 gifted a tier 1 sub to Cake Pimp.
I didn't have to hit up Mike. Thank you, JN. I appreciate that. To Cake Pimp. Thank you, dude. So yeah, it's pretty much been my day. I just been working, lubing switches and packing things. Actually, I spilled a giant tub of switches today. I was so sad. I had to pick them up all one by one. Spilled like 1,000 switches. These guys, actually. Okay. Does the mouse move okay on cork? It's actually fine. That's why I'm like too concerned at all. Like, this is fine on cork. It's not game ready. I would not play games on this. It's still a little sluggish on the cork. But yeah, it's not like it's impeding my ability to work. So, yeah. Maybe I'll find something soon. Who knows? All right. Today, actually, no, wait. Pause. How are you guys doing? Did everyone have a good day? I feel like I didn't get to ask you guys that. How are you guys doing today? Would you say you prefer MX2As to Nixies right now? I just haven't been able to like... Actually, that's another sad story I learned this morning. I ordered a bunch of Nixies for me and a client. And mainly for me, but it just happens that I needed some for a client, and they all got lost in the mail. Like, it's been a month and a half, and they can't find it. So I got reimbursed for it, but annoying. But yeah, I haven't just used Nixies in a while. I still love Nixies, though. They're fine. So, sick, so Oh, dude. The sickness, day 2. I had the best 24 hours. GMK Museum round 2, and it isn't even bait. It's real. Aren't you already run? Live? I'm tired, exhausted. It's one of those Thursdays, man. I feel you. I think I've had like 4 or 5 things total in the last like few years, Ruby. Not a whole lot, but it's usually important things where stuff gets delayed heavily. Yeah, stuff's really bad. I still remember, I mean, I've told you guys this story, how when I used to work for a fitness company, I think FedEx lost a whole workout gym for like months, and then they found it in one of their warehouses. They just like misplaced it. Day 2 of surgery recovery. Oh shit. So just been in bed reading your soldering article and ordered all my gear to get started. Hell yes.
Just finished building my debug bar light. This color is amazing.
It's nice, right? I should actually go pull out mine. It's such a nice color. But Jan, I hope you feel better, man. Recover, get good, you know? And then I can't wait for you to... Dude, you gotta share your soldering experience with me. Bought me 110 Nixies last week from Unikey, so here's hoping mine don't get lost in the mail. Unikey's really good with shipping. I bought mine from... I don't remember where I bought mine, but it wasn't anyone's fault. It was literally Canada Post. Hi Alex, thinking about a trackpad, is it worth it? I have one. Actually, I should use it again. But for working, it's still easier to use a mouse. For browsing, dude, I think a trackpad's so much nicer for browsing. So much nicer. So I think it's worth it, man. I went to the doctor and found out I may have overactive bladder, has no cure, only treatment with medication.
Can't wait for this board.
Thank you,
Love
Clips.
you, man.
Love you too, buddy. And thank you, Confused. Appreciate you again, man. I went to, but it has no cure, only with medication, but not that bad of an issue. I'm thinking about getting a second opinion. Also, I didn't come to the stream yesterday because I spent basically the whole evening messing with my bass, like a bass, like guitar. But dude, I hope you figure that out. Honestly, medical stuff sucks, bro. Never had an R2. Oh, they didn't have an R2 in Mizu? I thought they did. So wait, are they making one now? I guess so, because you're saying Canon Keys is going to run it. I swear to God they did. Canada Whiteboard Co. has natural rolls of sheets. Cut the size option. Zell, can you link me that, actually? Would you mind? Would you be a homie and link that? Just now as I'm watching the stream, the doorbell rang. Classicer arrived. It's keyboard time, baby. It's keyboard time. What prompted you to get the set? It's so nice, right? Just received and built my S100 last night. I heard the numpad will make me rich. According to some people, it will make you rich. Goddamn, there's a lot of chats here, guys. I'm going to try my best to read them all. Successfully been fixing bugs all day long. Then the UPS guy rang the door, and I've been admiring the machining of the PT750. Hell yes, Logan. I'm happy for you again, man. It's always nice when delivery days go smooth. I definitely will order some of the practice PCBs. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you only really need one practice PCB, realistically. Bro abandoned the trackpad just as he did with the KTT Roses and Nixies. You know what, Annette? You're lucky I'll never abandon you. Ordered a bag of Zenhais from Unikeys, got lost in post, and then they instantly sent out a new parcel. They're great with that stuff. Yeah, Unikeys is amazing. I think a lot of people have had really good experiences with them at this point here, so. I've been waiting over a month for an order from Unikeys to the US. Oh, is it the, is it DHL you're using, or is it the the Yun Express one that they use sometimes? Dude, I missed your group by a day. I'm new here, but I just came across your videos on it. There'll be a few extras. I can't guarantee what colors, but plus me and Bull are working on other projects anyways. Alright, I'm gonna unfortunately have to miss some here because chat's moving too fast. Really looking forward to the Oblique. Hell yes, dude. Spicy, I'm excited too. Good evening, Mr. Toes. What's on the menu today? Oblique with milky yellows. Are you guys like disappointed that I'm using milky yellows? Chat, let's talk more. Do you guys just want to talk for a little bit? I don't mind. I'm good with it. I have a coffee. I plan on staying up late tonight. I have to do a bunch of work. I have to get prepped because this set comes out tomorrow for Novel Keys. And I'm prepping some email stuff, but Mutagen is so nice, dude. Mutagen's too nice. ASMR stream? Shit, no talking? Ain't no talking? What stabs did we use for the Manta? I've only ever used cherry clip-ins. I think I tried night stabs on one of them, but you kind of have to use clip-ins if you want to use all the mounting styles. Work, you mean play the new Hollow Knight? Did people buy that today? I don't know who's into Hollow Knight here. I don't get how Bull makes so many keyboards while maintaining uniqueness. I think it's because Bull has a very good sense of imagination. And I'm not saying that to be like funny or anything. He kind of does. He kind of like thinks different things. You know? Silk Song came out today. Did you guys play it? I found a set of cherry stabs from KBD fans. Are they regular cherry clip-ins? If they're just clip-in stabs, then yeah, they're cherry. KBD fans has cherry shipped out with a lot of their stuff. They also have cherry screw-ins, I think, too. Ooh, that felt good, actually. Okay, Oblique. Oh gosh. Talking stabs, what do you think of the Type Plus? Oh dude, they're amazing. You're not a fan? Or they're tough to assemble, right? Okay, really quick though, we're gonna introduce the Oblique from Mr. Bull. This is an interesting one because this is like pseudo in stock, kinda, but not really. It's a pre-order, and the pre-order fulfills really quick. It launches tomorrow. Wait, let me check my notes. Pause. It launches tomorrow. Did Bull tell me a time frame? Bull, what time does it launch? You only said the 5th. And then, yeah, it's a 4 to 8 week turnaround time after it's finished, which is the pre-order window is only until the 12th. So it's either till it sells out or the 12th. There's limited stuff available for this. Every vendor might be a bit different price-wise. I think there's a note on Bull's website for that, just because of tariffs and stuff. But the starting price is $405, so $405 US. The stats of the board, if you guys want to know a quick little, rundown on case specs, we're going to look at a typing angle of 7.8 degrees. We have an 18.8 millimeter front height with an effective front height of 23.8 and a weight of roughly 1.8 kilograms with silicone strip mounting. So, Alex, think fast. For Numa, besides Future Funk, Noir, Honor Dark, Dracula, Oblivion, 2-0, or Dual Shot. Do Dual Shot, man. I like Dual Shot. Okay, you know what? This camera is not liking the top of this box. And I kind of wanted to do a slow burn on this. Sorry, Bull. All right, look at this cool-ass case for this. Look at this cool-ass case. Oh my god, my camera still hates this. We just need the face cam, to be honest. Hello? There we go. Let's just leave it like this. Look at this. So the case mirrors the keyboard shape. Dude, honestly, this is crazy. I'm gonna use the side camera for this one. The case mirrors the keyboard shape, which is actually really cool if you guys are into like collecting hardshell cases. This is kind of unique in that sense. So it has sort of the same vibe as the keyboard. I don't even know what Bull sent us for colors. Does it actually say on the box? It might have. Oh, nice. Ooh. Very, very nice. This is the Bay. What is it? What is Bull officially calling this one? Let's see. Is this linen? No, this is not linen. This is cream. This is the cream weight, or the cream case with a brown-orange patina. It is linen? Is this linen or cream? No, this isn't linen. Bull, can we confirm this is cream? Pretty positive it's cream. Linen looks a little bit warmer. Is this similar to pumice? No. Pumice is definitely a bit more gray. I'm creaming from... What the frick? Looks blue? Alright, so this is a coded unit. Look at this, guys. So this is an interesting one because you got your standard top shell over here with a really neat cherry lip, and I hope I can show this off nicely, but it kind of curves towards the edge over here. So you got a nice little cherry lip, which gives it a bit of character, gives it a little bit of definition from other keyboards like that. Then you have a beautiful side profile. Absolutely stunning. So you get the weight peeking through with kind of this little area you can grab, but it just kind of angles and slants downwards with a nice seam through it. I actually like seams on keyboards. I think the keyboard looks good with that. Like, I don't think it looks bad or tacky or anything. Some people don't like it. Some people like a clean face, but I like it. And you can slightly see that cherry lip over here, which is cool. Here is the back of the keyboard. Again, you can see the weight, which is really fun. Beautiful. Recessed USB-C port. It's very recessed. I almost worry a little bit that if you have some of those chunkier connectors, this might be a little tough if it wants to wiggle and stuff, but it is very recessed in there. And there's the bottom of this board. Stunning. It says Oblique here at the bottom. We have some feet, 2 on the weight, 2 on the case. Beautiful patina on this, by the way. Really fun weights. STR really killing it with weights here. Very, very good. I believe this one here is brass. Yeah, this is brass. Very, very nice. Your lights don't give this justice. Here, you know what? Let's try this. It's beautiful. It really is. There's a lot of texture to the weight. Put it under the shower head. Can we get a timeout on it, please? Mods? Adam? Is Adam here? Pair it with Kikobo Nama? Do I have that set? I don't think I do. Absent new mod, shake my head. And do you want a spot? Very cool though. So okay, again, let's just talk about this one more time too. For $405 right now, I'm liking the way this looks. This looks, it has some complexity to it, which is great. The coatings are awesome. A big chunky weight on the bottom. I'm already happy for a pseudo in-stock product at $405 right now. So I think this is totally fair. We have Bull's logo on the inside. We have some stepped ridges here, which should help with a bunch of things, but I like them primarily for the way they kind of reflect sound, which is awesome. And then we have our USB cable sitting underneath the weight. And then we have some hidden screws. Some are angled, some are not. How do you feel about the coating versus ano? Totally preference. I'm always going to be an ano guy. I like anodization on boards. I just always have. There's a certain, I mean, here, look. These are both technically STR manufacturing. There's a certain sheen you get with aluminum that's been anodized versus aluminum that's been coated. This is more of like a matte effect. So if you don't want something too flashy or too, has too much of a sheen to it. Also, I feel like coatings are usually a little bit better with fingerprints as well. You go with a coating. But also, there's only certain colors that you can do with ano. With coatings, you have a lot more flexibility. They're both unique, but it's just really your preference. I don't know. What do you guys prefer? Again, I'm kind of like, I don't mind either or. I definitely prefer anodization, though. I just like the way it looks. It always looks a bit more premium to me for some reason. But that's just me being biased. Potato, thank you so much. Thanks, man. That kind of caught me off guard, I'm not going to lie. This has a bit of a texture to it, too. For angled boards, or boards with some cool curves, anodization, I agree with you, Manu. 100% agree with Manu on this. Electrophoresis white looks clean though. Yeah, a nice E-white keyboard here and there can be nice. I feel like it is quite bright though. It catches your eye. Working later than normal today? Happy you're streaming? I'm happy you're here, bro. Is work going good? Hopefully it's like a good later than normal, I feel like coatings amplify the shape of a board. Really? I feel like ano kind of more amplifies the shape of a board. I mean, hey, again, we're all different here, guys. We're all different. I like coatings better when those colors... I like coatings better when those colors don't look nice on ano like beige. Otherwise, I like anodization better. Yeah, like I said, that's the one benefit of getting something like this is you get different color choices with coatings, right? So... the one downside is some coatings feel a lot rougher. Some also, okay, this is again preference based. I feel like some keyboards go with coatings that are like really heavy with sparkles, and I don't really care for that too much. Looking at like matrix coatings, for example, sometimes I feel like those are too heavily sparkled, if that makes sense. Like too much. And I feel like it's just not really my vibe. This definitely has some grit to it, but no sparkles or anything in this particular color. But it depends on the color and stuff. I like the quality of matrix coatings. They're fantastic, but... for example, in coatings, it's harder to see in Oblique how the bottom goes to the top and the front. Yeah, that's honestly really true too. Like some of the small, subtle curves on the Oblique, and even just like the weight itself, like... I feel like, or not the weight itself rather, but around the weight itself, I should say. I feel like you'd be able to tell a little bit more here. All right, we got our bunch of gaskets. We have our feet and some, is it alignment pins? We have an aluminum plate and we should have a PEI plate. I'm gonna use aluminum today. Bull told me this was built around aluminum. So, I want to try the plate that this was built around. And I think that's, oh, there's a PCB in here somewhere. And solder PCB for us today. But we'll take a look at both PCBs. Alu never lost? Always, dude. Never, ever. What did Bull use last night? I gotta be real with you guys, I didn't watch Bull's stream. I actually was so tired that I kind of wanted to sit in front of the TV again, so I kind of just like got off last night. Or 2 nights ago, whenever Bull was streaming. I don't remember when it was now. The weight looks like coffee. Can you also taste it? No. I don't want to. Kikobo Machinist would look awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of... This is a really easy set to, or color to match with, so... Bro got slammed with the no? No. Here is the hot swap PCB. It is a fixed bottom row layout here on the hot swap one. I think also on the solder one, right? But we do get some options. We get split backspace, we get split right. Interesting split right on this one here. Or, sorry, I'm not thinking split right. I was thinking split left. Never mind, I take back what I just said. I was thinking ISO. That would be split left. We have step caps and regular, but yeah, we have just about everything except for more bottom row options. I guess I'm a little bit shocked that there's no bottom row options on this, even with the other one there. Is this also being offered in Win Keyless? Oh, that's why it is. I see the Win Keyless pictures. That's probably why. Still a little shocked, because I feel like it could have been added. Even though me and Bull are homies, hey, you know, guys, I'll still bring that up. I'll still bring it up. Shocked as well? Yeah, I'm a little shocked. There are not many win key units. Oh, there's not many win key units. Oh, how many win key units are there? Alex hates Bull now. Me and Bull are done. He forgot to put all the bottom row options on the solder PCB. We're done now. We're not friends. No more projects. Alex, the N1 6.25 lover man. No. Let me defend myself here. The reason I bring this up is because there are legitimate people who prefer 6.25. And I feel like on solderable PCBs, it's relatively easy to do it. But there is a caveat to this. You do have to design a plate that supports both, which can compromise some people's plates designs. So it's not a deal breaker. It's just something I like bringing up because it's fun to see different options for things. But yeah, it's one of those things, you know. Swiss cheesing is also a concern, but hardly, to be honest. Yeah, the real reason is because the mounting design is designed to be completely symmetrical, so adding 6.25, you would ruin that. Let's see. Is it symmetrical? Oh, it is. Interesting plate bowl. Interesting. So, where's my pointer stick thingy? I'm not quite lol stacks, but I am, you know. We have some really nice, almost like a leaf springs on the end over here, which is great. But then, Bull kind of just cuts out the whole spacebar here and then just adds these skeletonized kind of like little tabs here in the center. So it still holds the switch and gives it some rigidity there. But lots of space for the spacebar to do its thing. Interesting. And this is what I mean by it'd be nice to get 6.25U and a bunch of options, but you'd have to compromise the plate design. So I get it. I understandable. Nice. ISO support on this plate. Did the PEI plate also have the cutouts on the tabs? Now I can be an elite gamer. You're gonna love the spacebar. Oh yeah, the PEI plate also has... Oh wait, no it doesn't. So, okay, I'll show you guys too. The PEI plate and I guess the rest of the plastic plates. God, I love these little bags. See how it's more recessed and cut in over here? See how there's an extra cut in? Right here? On the plastic plates, obviously just because it's for the sake of not destroying the plate. And you probably don't even need it as much. There's no cutout over here, so just in case you guys are wondering. PEI. Piss plate. The frozen piss. When in ortholinear? Oh man, I don't know. I really couldn't give you an answer there. Did you get the lily? No, I will be placing the order soon though. You better believe it. I am not missing it this time or else I'm actually going to be super fucking upset. Congealed deer, please. Hey, whoa. Let's not call it that. That's giving me bad imagery right now. Asparagus? Let's chill. I'm so bummed they got rid of the taupe for Lily. I am also a bit bummed. I thought all the original colors were going to be there, but I'm happy to buy the beige one, so whatever. I like beige. It is what it is. Is what it is. All right. Let's do this. You're such an e-coding guy, Alex. Thank you, Mamba. Appreciate you. I'm also, yeah, I'm a little bit of an e-coding guy. The plate salty? Is the plate salty? This one? Taupe and blue-gray? The blue's nice. I like the blue one. Does the plate get transparent when you drink more of it? All right, guys, let's not talk about the piss plate anymore. Because I'm trying to drink my coffee. You know what I mean? And I kind of don't want to drink anymore thinking about this. So let's just not talk about what it tastes like and stuff like that. What about the poo plate? Okay, you know what? I'm going to just continue with the bill. I'm going to put feet on this thing. Lemon lime Gatorade looking ass. The blue-gray looks green in specific lighting. I'm not a fan. Does it? Hello, feet. Ooh, we get some extra feet with this too. Is this a Gondo PCB? I don't think it is. I don't see Gondo's logo. It's designed by STR, says Bull. Gondo's logo would be on this somewhere, and then Gondo would also write something on the PCB. Something funny. Denim plate when? Guys, I don't even own a pair of jeans. I don't think I own a pair of jeans, so I wouldn't get a denim plate. Just saying. All right. How's your experience been with the durability of molded feet? They've been fine for the most part. The only board, the only keyboard I've had molded feet fall off of is the Keycults. That is it. And it bugs me because they're really skinny ones, but the adhesive that the Keycult ones came with, and not the Novel Keys ones, I mean the ones that I bought from Keycult. But all the ones I purchased throughout the years from Keycult themselves have been pretty bad adhesives. They've never lasted on any of the keyboards. All the new stuff from Novel Keys has been fine, but the only problem I've ever had is when the adhesive gives out. And that's kind of my problem with some of these molded feet. Not all of them, like these are fine. The small sample size of ones that have given out, but it'd be nice because to buy new feet, but I also don't want to buy something from Keycult that's going to cost me like $30-40, to ship to me. I'd rather just get a whole roll of little bubble feet, you know what I mean? So, it's just one of those things. All right. Oh, these are for the corners of the case. I see what these are for. I've seen that in another board. I just can't remember which one it was. Well, it's okay if I use screw-ins for this, right? We all chill for using screw-ins. Where did I put my screw-in pack? Will STR give full QMK access for this board? We can check. This isn't wireless, so I don't see a problem why this wouldn't work in VIA. Usually the ones that don't work in VIA are usually wireless. No, you're not allowed to use screw-ins, Alex. What can I use? I need to get a 7U stabilizer. Oh, dude, my legs are killing me today. I did a standing desk mode while lubing switches. And I was leaning on my legs funny, like just slanting my body funny. I shouldn't have done that. Adam, what's up, man? Did I get a haircut? No, same haircut from yesterday. I just actually washed it and pushed it back. I didn't do anything. Damn, you guys like my hair today or something? I think it looks okay. Looks pretty good. Thanks, guys. All right. Do some screw-in stabs here. Little Duroc V2s. Duroc, my boy. And I need this guy. Hydrate? I got a little coffee going. All right. Bull, any requested layout? Actually, never mind. I'm taking that back. I'm gonna just make my own layout here. We're doing regular backspace. Regular schmegular. Do you think the Envoy is still worth it? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep it buck, man. I think it's very rare that a keyboard becomes not worth it. If you like the keyboard and you like the way it sounds and something speaks to you, then buy it. It's very rare. Because, okay, I am a believer that keyboards, they're functional pieces of art. I feel like maybe someone's going to have an opposing opinion here. There is nothing to chase in terms of performance when it comes to buying a keyboard you like. There could be some like feel differences, but again, those are preference bases, and maybe something sounds a smidge better, but there's nothing performance to chase. If you like the way the Envoy looks, get it. You can literally make it perform just as good as the rest of the keyboards on the market. There are certain cases where sometimes I'll be like, yeah, maybe it's not worth it when something's created a V2 and they've really outdone themselves with the internals and maybe kept the exterior the same, but it's a good board. I like it. I used it for a shit ton of time. I still have one fully assembled, so I still like it. Keyboards to me are about just having fun, collecting the ones you want to get, build one that you like, enjoying the process, enjoying the people. You can make it about whatever you want. Obviously, I'm never going to tell you how to enjoy the hobby, but I think a really good way to enjoy the hobby is just buy what you like and have fun doing it. Just have a little bit of fun. Bro, Sonnet has turned to dust at this point. No, actually, I still use the Sonnet for work. That is my number one most... it probably is my number one most used keyboard. There are certain days where I have to use a 75% keyboard, or just a TKL of some sort. Is organic maple syrup worth it? As a Canadian, I'm very confused what organic maple syrup is. Because there's only, for the most part, there's one ingredient in maple syrup. And it's, tree sap. What makes it organic? That I don't know. I buy maple syrup in the glass jars and stuff, and sometimes the cans too. They're all really good. There's different grades of maple syrup. In America, we see all sorts of stuff that is crazy. The only thing about maple syrup, okay, I don't mean to go on a little tangent here, but there's different grades. So there's dark, amber, whatever. They have different color codes to them, and they taste different. So yeah, you can get different tastes depending on which ones you want, but I don't know. Oh, dude, you're talking about the corn syrup stuff? I guess compared to that. Dude, I had that when I was in... I think... Man, where was I? I think I was in... This is the first time I went to Novel Keys. I was in the Chicago airport. And it was a layover, and I had maple syrup And like the little restaurant thing there, like the place there had like, they said maple syrup. So I had maple syrup, and it was the corn syrup one, and it tasted like just pure sugar. It was so bad. But I've only ever, that was like I think my first time really ever having like the fake one. I mean, okay, no, that's a lie. I've had fake maple syrup before, but never one that bad. It was too sweet. Too sweet. None of the maple taste, nothing like that. A very American experience? Yeah. They've made grades so confusing now. For maple syrup, they kind of do. There's some weird grades for maple syrup. I buy like the dark maple syrups just because I think those taste like really rich. They're super good. Yeah, they sell maple syrup in cans all over Canada. Some farms, some like maple syrup farms just do cans of stuff. I prefer the glass bottles just because I feel like the cans are a pain in the ass to recap and stuff like that, but I hope Bowl takes me to try maple syrup for the first time when I get into the US. How about you guys make a pit stop here, Manu, and then you can try maple syrup here. Or, you know what? I could send Bowl some maple syrup. And you guys could try the maple syrup I send. You should do a Switch tier list sometime. Oh, man. Bro, we'd be here for a long time, Jan. I think we'd be here for many, many years. And I don't even know if we'd be completed. With the amount of Switches they release every day, I don't even know if we'd finish. That's like $200 Terra for the maple syrup. Honestly, maybe. You could break it down by manufacturer. Okay, that wouldn't be that bad. Just be like, no, we can't do that because Gatoron makes some shit Switches too. Bros tier list: MX Blacks, Milky Yellow, and the rest below it. You spelled bellow it, and it. You know, and it's been roasting me all night, so I'm gonna roast him. You spelled bellow it. I think you meant below. Got him. I got his ass. This guy can't spell. Original flavored chips would still be at the top of the Switch tier list. That's crazy. Just an extra L for in it. Got him. Below these nuts. Yeah, for real. 1, 2, 3. One more set. You've improved my English today. What a great guy. I try my best. Your HE video was awesome, so I was thinking an MX version. I would love to do another one of those. Dude, that took me a while to film, though. I'm not super well versed with my camera, but I mean, I bought the damn thing, so now I gotta use it. So I will be doing more stuff like that. 110%. 110, dude. You can send a small pack of maple with every keyboard. That'd be funny, man. I feel like keyboards would get seized in the mail, though. They would get quickly seized. And then the customs border would really like maple syrup. Alright, we're done this for the time being. We only need 3 of these. And let's move all this stuff back in the box. Difference between lube pen versus traditional brush. Honestly, same thing at the end of the day. It's just easier for me to use the lube brush these days. Realistically, if this ever runs out and I don't feel like buying more, it's the same thing. There's no difference. It's just convenience factor. That's it. The convenience factor of using this is super high. It's super convenient. Have you ever thought about a design that can store maple syrup? Ooh, Bull. Bull, hear me out. A TKL with a vial in the back. Kind of like, okay, imagine like this, Bull. See this thing here? How it, like, when you press on it, it shoots out? Imagine a vial in the back of the keyboard. You take it out, and it's just a vial of maple syrup. And then when you're feeling like you need maple syrup, like on the go, you just click, pops out, drink, you put it back in. I'm sure people will use it for other things too. But what do we think? We can make like a double vial one too, where it's like 2 vials. The Canadian TKL. We can make like, Bull, hear me out. I got a great idea. We can make like a glass pane right over here where the vials are. And you can literally see in to see how much maple syrup you have left. Cool, right? All right, now to show you guys me and Bull's new project we've been working on for the last month. The Maple TKL. Let me go get it really quick. Can someone link the clip with the chips? I need to see Alex laughing again. Insty might have it. I don't know where it is right now. Missing a big opportunity to make a maple syrup filled glass weight here, Alex. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Maple syrup patina over time. I don't know why that sounds hella gross to me. Not gonna lie, kind of like the name, the maple. Damn. Maybe we'll rename our next project the Maple. As long as it has a maple leaf on it. I got a good one. See, where Bull's from, he's known for his cheese. And then where I'm from, it's maple syrup. Double vial, one with cheese, one with maple syrup. A little bit of Alex and Bull. Thoughts? It's actually not a bad combo, right? Bro said syrup. Okay, you know what, Adam? Bro, that's crazy. Adam and Annette today. That's crazy, bro. Bullock's cheese maple dip. Bull would have build 4 keyboards and design another 3 by now. We have a lot of keyboards in the works, guys. We have a lot of keyboards. A lot of plans, obviously. Clearly a lot of different plans. Alex and Bull would probably get a ton of unsolicited clips of fans pouring maple syrup all over their feet. Huh? Pause? Who's doing that? Who's thinking that? I need to know right now. For the record, I don't want any of those videos. Please, for the record, I am now. That's crazy, dude. Why did it have to be the feet? Dude, for real. Why did it come to this, bro? The maple syrup candies, by the way, are so good. Who said that? Was that Lugs? Lugs, they're so good, dude. I love the maple syrup candies. I'm telling you guys, now that we're on the topic of maple syrup, I don't know who brought this up, but let me tell you guys about my popcorn recipe. I know I've told you guys this 15,000 times in the last 5 years I've been streaming. But let me tell you guys, okay? You make a little bit of popcorn. Oh God. Okay, you're gonna have to hear it again. You make some popcorn, right? I do popcorn with like a little bit of oil, a little bit of the popcorn seasoning. You get it all, cooked. You can do it on the stovetop, whatever. Hold on one second.
That gives a whole new meaning to adhesive feet.
Pause one sec, bro. That's crazy. I don't like that at all. Kim, I don't like that at all, man. So you put some popcorn salt in this thing, let it go. Then what you do is you melt a little bit of butter, but you don't just melt the butter, you put maple syrup in the butter as well. And then you melt that, you stir it up, and you pour that over the popcorn. I'm not kidding you guys. It's the best thing you guys will ever have. I almost guarantee you guys will like that popcorn. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, dude. What do they call that thing when you roll maple syrup? Oh, over the stick of ice. Dude, I don't know what it's called. I know what you're talking about, though. I think it's more of a Quebec thing. You gonna put money on that? I'll put a pack of switches on it, bro. That sounds good. It's so good, dude. Alex, has Bull thought about sourcing local cheese and making a board out of them? Cheese is probably amazing for acoustics and tastes good. Does Bull even like cheese? I don't even know if Bull likes cheese. Wait, maple butter doesn't sound bad. Maple butter is actually really good. I freaking love it, Cabo. Try it, man. If you guys are making popcorn in the near future and like pouring your own butter over it, try it. It's really good. I do like cheese. I have to. Bro. I feel like that was very conflicting, Bull. Bull's like, I guess I got her, bro. I'm just hungry. Me too, a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was doing great at the beginning of stream, and now I'm actually craving something sweet. Honestly, I'm kind of craving cheese now too. I actually do like cheese. I'm not being held hostage. Okay. Favorite cheese. What is your favorite cheese right now? Are you and Bull going to experiment with half plates? We absolutely can in future products. There might be other things we're experimenting with too. Not to give you guys too much hope, but we have a lot of cool ideas. There's a lot of cool things we plan on doing if you guys want to follow. The Manta was only the first of many cool ideas. Cheese check? Yeah, what's everyone's cheese of choice? Smoked Gouda is good. Burrata is good. Gouda, mozzarella. Yellow cheese? Do you mean just American cheese? Cheese tier list? Okay, Adam, I'm gonna be real with you. I want to pretend I'm this classy and know all these cheeses. Bro, I've maybe had 6 different cheeses in my entire life. Like, okay, maybe a little bit more. But honestly, I've never had half of these cheeses. I don't even know what some of these are. Like what's quark? I don't even know what that is. Like, I'm sure I've had, for example, queso fresco, but like I don't even know pronounce it right. But like, I don't even know if I have or not. I think I've had melted cheese from that. I do hate mascarpone though. I hate mascarpone. I don't like it at all. That's the one cheese on this list I can tell you right now I do not like. But everything else is great that I can tell you that I've had. We'll do it afterwards. I'm down. Needs to do a cheese stream or just try new cheeses. If Bull ever visits Toronto, we'll do a cheese stream and we'll just buy a shit ton of cheeses and we'll just have it with like a cracker or something, and then we'll just eat cheeses, dude. That'll be all we do. Remember, folks, you can always use your dry feet as emergency parmesan. Okay, you know what, Omega? I'm sorry to do this to you, brother, but that gets a timeout, dude. That is disgusting. That gets a timeout. I was about to delete it. That one there, Omega, is crazy to me. Jesus. It wasn't a joke? Or was a joke? Omega's like cleaning up his like feet parmesan right now. It's like, it was a joke, guys. Chill. We love you, Omega. We're just joking around. Alex, you know you can just click the delete button instead of timing out them? Yeah, but it's funnier to time out. And I think we're going to do awards at the end of the... Actually, no, I shouldn't even say this. Never mind. I'm not going to say this. This is going to open up a whole can of worms. I'm not going to say this. Never mind. And it already wins? Yeah, probably. And it has the most times out I already checked. You already did, buddy? Wait, chock full of original cheese flavor? Disgusting. Award for most disgusting timeout. Able mess. Yeah, honestly, you're up there, bro. That one there could win the award. Screwdriver set. Honestly, I've been having trouble finding the Geon one on my desk. It kind of blends in with some other stuff on my desk. The word cannot exist because people will try to get it. Yeah, honestly, yeah. That one there we gotta keep under wraps. You can send me the Manta later. Omega's like, Kappa, bro. Send me that later. A word for longest message? That would have to go to Zany, dude. Zany gives us story times. That's where that came from. What's your favorite type of cheese when you were growing up in the 1900s? It's crazy, guys. That's fucking crazy. Back in the 1900s, we had to churn our own cheese. So we'd have to sit there with all the tools to make one craft single. All right? It'd be a lot of work. And I'd go to the store uphill both ways in the snow and rain to get the materials for my one slice of cheese in the 1900s when I grew up. All right? Different time. All while thinking about Y2K constantly, bro. I had to milk the cows himself. I knew you were a vampire. Damn, that'd be kind of cool if I was. That would be kind of neat. Evening Alex in chat, giving my eyes a break from a Silk Song. Damn, is it that good? Shit, I kind of want to I want to start the whole series. I've never played the games before. And I have some time this weekend because I am taking the weekend to myself. And I'm charging it right now, but I'm charging the Steam Deck right now, so I'm gonna play some games. Y2K? Yeah. That was a fun one. Everyone freaking out about Y2K. It's amazing how everything changed at the turn of the century. That's pretty good, man. That's a pretty good one, too. I like that joke. So many people were trying to buy it in all storefronts were crashing this morning. Really? I didn't know Hollow Knight was that popular. Like, I had literally no clue. Dude, Adam, did you see the new Borderlands is coming out, like, next week or something? I'm kind of excited for that one, but I also am not excited because I saw Borderlands 4 is going to be $90. Borderlands 4, they're charging $90 for in Canada. So I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I'm still excited. I want to play it, but I'm gonna probably wait for a Steam sale or something. So ridiculous, Canadian schmeckles. Yeah. First time here. Just got into the hobby and I've been watching your videos. Excited to buy a few keyboards. Hell yeah! Carpet, I hope you enjoy your time here, man. I hope you enjoy the channel and just all of us talking about keyboards in life. I personally try not to take keyboards too seriously. I think they're objects that are supposed to be fun and, you know, bring smiles to your face. So, hope you enjoy the vibe of the streams, man. Where the hell did I put the bag for this? Oh, there. I'm so excited for Ghost of... How do you pronounce that? Might be Game of the Year? There was another game that I saw that was a pre-release that everyone's saying is pretty decent storyline-wise. Oh shoot, what was it called? It kind of reminded me a little bit of... Oh man. Was it Yote? That doesn't ring a bell. I don't have Steam on this computer right now. Actually, I can just go to the website. I open up my internet and it's just... Or my Chrome and it's fucking cheese. Not Steam. Steam. Oh my god, please. Steam. There we go. He opens the internet? Yeah, my bad. Hell is Us. That's what I saw. Hell is Us. This looked interesting. Man, it's sad that I can just randomly click 2022 for what age I am and it still lets me in. This one here looked kind of cool. Good game, apparently. Yeah, I'm interested in maybe playing this one. Hell is Us wasn't bad. Did you already play it? Didn't it just get released, sort of? Or, like, pre-ordered, sort of? Alright, I'm not going to tune this until afterwards, so let's just pop in our switches. Milky yellows today, guys? Does that sound good? Bull? Do we approve? Sounds fantastic. These are done with GS2 spring swapped and filmed. The springs are actually a old pack of springs I had that I was like, you know what, I can use them for this. But they're a standard length 58 gram spring. But I just had it handwritten, so I don't remember what brand they were, because they were an older pack. You know, I've been thinking the term taking it seriously isn't quite accurate. I feel like I wish seriousness didn't translate to mean toxic. Yeah, you know, Cabo, that's actually a really interesting way to... interesting perspective there, because plenty of lovely, happy people take things serious and in the sense of giving a proper amount of attention and respect. I agree with that. But unfortunately, I feel like there is like almost this overlap of like seriousness that means almost bad, you know? Which is interesting. Like someone's taking something too serious. It's interesting. I think we seriously look at keywords, but we just don't take it to the point where it consumes us. Avoid Chronos: The New Dawn. Why is it bad? I have actually a pretty big backlog of games to play, if I'm being real with you guys. My backlog is pretty crazy for video games. Nonchalant, in general, is a weird, hyped up trend. What, being like nonchalant? Who doesn't? The writing was bad? Yeah, I have such a big backlog of games. It's sad though, because like, I don't know if... I feel like lately though, like, I feel like I've kind of ruined video games for myself in some regard. I've been playing Expedition, but there are certain nights where just like it's just easy to boot up. Like I tell myself, okay, I only have X amount of time to play games. What am I gonna play? And I'm like, you know, I'll play one match of, for example, Overwatch with my buddy. But then it turns into like 2 or 3 hours, and then I think to myself, I could have been playing a single player game. But I do that sometimes with like multiplayer games, where I'm like, yeah, I only want to play one match, and then it ends up being a few matches, which, you know, equates quite a large time. So yeah, I kind of do that to myself, which I feel like I kind of don't like. Dude, I did that the other night, man. I was with one of my friends, we were like, what are we going to play? And we ended up spending like 40 minutes trying to decide what to play before we decided on the same old. I bounced heavy off E3 gameplay, and I usually love JRPGs. Oh, you didn't like it? I liked it. It was fun. I don't think the combat is too gripping, per se, but I think there's some cool mechanics with the combat. And, you know, some reaction time stuff you gotta do. Yeah, the inputs are, like, you do have to be kind of on it with the inputs. But I like the gameplay. The gameplay is fun. The combat system's interesting. I definitely kind of prefer, like, you know, Final Fantasy, just turn-based stuff without... I guess I could maybe do without reaction-based stuff, but maybe that kind of makes Expedition 33 its own thing in a lot of ways. You ever play Pokemon? No, what's that? What's the... Not Go. That's crazy. This guy asked me if I play Pokemon. Me and him were both playing Pokemon at the same time, and we played together. That's crazy. Yeah, I played the actual games, though. I have ya. You know what I meant? Yeah, okay, I did. Leave me alone. Just replay them all? I've been replaying them all. Where's my... I'm still going through them. Favorite generation? I have a special bond with... Yeah, Crystal is one of my favorites. But I think Gold and Silver, I have a very special time with. I think it's nostalgia. Like, I don't think the games are my favorite, but I think just remembering, like, family and when I got them and me and my brothers playing, like I think it almost, you know, sparks emotion, like nostalgia, but I think deeper than nostalgia. Like really good feelings, you know, happiness, a time of maybe safety, you know. Gen 3 here, Emerald. Pokemon isn't the same for me since it's been so long. I tried playing the new ones, and the new ones are okay. I don't love the new ones. I do wish they just went back to the top-down kind of like side-scroller type thing. The new 3D ones are like, they're fun, but I find myself not caring because I feel like with the new ones, the big problem for me is the zones, like the areas become very forgettable in a lot of ways because there's just a lot of like traversing just to find the Pokemon in the certain areas, and like I don't know, the old ones just had like an essence of simplicity, and some of the areas had a lot more purpose. I just bent the shit out of that pin. When I was younger, Gold and Silver blew my mind because they included the old gyms too. You know, I think now I want to go look. Do I have Gold and Silver? I've been waiting to play those ones again, but now I want to see. Oh, you guys sparked my curiosity. Where did I put those games? Now I'm curious. This is from the 90s, the 1900s. This one. Oh, I do. Yes, I have them both. Very cool. Very cool. I should play these again, right? Holy 1900s. Yeah, there's my... Oh, this actually isn't mine. And actually, I don't think blue was mine either. This was my brother's. I had red, but I don't know where it is. Then there's emeralds. I think that's it. I don't think there's any other Pokemon games in here. I don't know why I have so many Turok 3s. Oh, there's Pokemon Puzzle Game. Several $100. Well, I'm never going to sell them. I should play this again. I tried playing this. I booted this up last time, but I actually got my Game Boy working. What's in here? I think I had another... Oh, Super Mario Advance. I got this working, but then I forgot this had no LCD behind it. So, like, it is incredibly hard to play this, and I don't know how I did it as a kid. I really don't know how I did this. You can barely fucking see this thing. Flashlight? Dude, I really don't know how I looked at this as a kid. In daylight, pretty much. It's pretty bright in here, and I can barely see this thing. It's crazy how bad this thing is. But I heard there's mods. You can, like, open this thing up and, like, install your own backlight, which I kind of want to do. But before that, I actually need to fix another Game Boy, which isn't mine. I need to fix this one. This is my girlfriend's. But the screen doesn't turn on. And yes, I know there's no batteries. But this should be easy. I just need to tear it down. I already fixed one of them. But this one here is more corroded on the inside, just from age. But it is quite interesting opening those things up. Buy blank cartridges and load ROM hacks? Can you actually play it on the OG hard? Oh, I guess that makes sense. You could technically do that, yeah. Interesting. How do you load those on? I'm playing a ROM hack right now. I'm playing both Fire Red and a ROM hack. Here, I'll show you guys. I hope this is battery still. Did I leave the thing in here? It is. How do I open this again? I'm playing these ones. Odyssey is pretty much the one I've been playing, though. Unbound is so tough. I was having an issue with Unbound, so I stopped playing it. Like, it was kind of glitching out. I got it working now, but I just happened to restart it all. The mod scene for handheld consoles is so fun. Yeah, there's a crazy amount of stuff. Like, a stupid amount of stuff, I should say. But yeah, this is what I've been playing, this one. Just a little odyssey. But I haven't been playing a whole hell of a lot. Like 3 hours-ish. So, it's been fun. I really like this one here. So I got all these. Why does bro got a... Oh, because, dude, Plusle and Minun came as your starters in this particular version, Adam. I just haven't switched them out yet because I've actually been enjoying them. So, and then I caught a Pikachu because I love Pikachu. And then I've just been running all three. But yeah, it's been fun. If you guys haven't played a ROM hack, I think this one here is one of the better ones for sure. Alright, let's just turn this thing off now. I did a full rebuild of my Game Boy Advance ISP screen. Actually, Matt, you know what? You're the perfect person to ask then. Can you link me the screen? Because I would actually like to play with the form factor of my Game Boy Advance. I just don't like the screen on it. And I don't want to buy a new console just to do that. I would actually like to take it apart. I think that would be super fun. If you wouldn't mind. I would also love to see a photo of what you made, man. Not too sweets. Thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you. Bulls in the background being like, can you just build the damn keyword already? Oh, was it a while ago, Master? That sucks. Hopefully it wasn't. You can catch a Pikachu? I thought he was the main character. No, you can catch him. I bet another pin there. I did, man. Damn, these milky yellows today. One Switch an hour for real? Hey, as long as everyone's having fun, man. I thought Pikachu was the mythical you can catch at the end of the game. No, that's missing gnome. Missing number. It is a bit of a shame though. Almost all of those games that I showed you guys, all those cartridges, I didn't notice as a thing. The batteries, I guess there's batteries in a lot of those cartridges, and a lot of my old save files are gone. So, yeah, Insty knows. Insty knows. There was only one of those games, one, where the battery was still alive, and that happened to be Emerald, and that's it. That was the only one that was still alive after all these years. Every other battery was kaput. You can, but you have to take them apart. And honestly, with that system that I have, there's no point in doing that because I'm saving on the actual system and not on the cartridge. And I don't feel like buying more things. Straight up. LCD screens for GBA are super accessible now. Hard to go wrong with sourcing them. Fun Playing is a good brand. High speed. Okay, that's good to know. I actually would love modding things like that. Maybe if I buy it, I'll do it on stream with you guys. It's kind of amazing when a 25-year-old battery still works. Dude, I kind of low-key had that happen with something where a battery still turned on. It was Tamagotchis. So when we were at my parents' house, like months and months and months ago at this point, we were going through our old stuff. And I kid you not, we had... You guys remember those old Digimon Tamagotchis? Or they weren't Tamagotchis. They were like Digivices where you literally had like a Digimon that you train and you can like battle by connecting them. The batteries turned on some of those after all those years. I thought that was actually like the craziest thing because like I thought they would be rotted for sure. But crazy how those things lasted all those years. There was like a few other small ones with the coin batteries that did last a long time, which was crazy to me too. Digimon weren't given the chance it deserved. I love Digimon. I went to go see the movie in theaters. That was fun. Remember getting cards too. That was really cool too. Thank God they only affect the in-game clock, but when you replace them, it resets the internal clock to frame 0 and will not progress daily. That's crazy. Why does it just affect... Oh, I forgot one switch. Why does it just affect the clock? First Digimon movie was suspenseful AF. It was really good. The first Digimon movie was really, really good. I think I also remember going to watch a Yu-Gi-Oh movie. Or... I remember getting Yu-Gi-Oh cards from a movie theater. Am I going crazy on that? Was there a Yu-Gi-Oh movie too? There was a Yu-Gi-Oh movie, right? Pyramid of Light? Was that the movie? I don't even remember. I like Digimon. I even had a few of the Digimon cards back in the day too. I don't know, I've always liked Digimon. I was definitely not as into Digimon as I was Yu-Gi-Oh at the time though. Or maybe Yu-Gi-Oh was a bit afterwards, but I got really into Yu-Gi-Oh. Not even the show, just the card game itself. Like, I genuinely enjoyed playing the card game. Yeah, you got cards from that particular one, yeah. Last one was from 2016. There was a Yu-Gi-Oh movie in 2016? Crazy. And solder. I got into the show but had no idea about the cards. Oh, really? I didn't really get into any of the shows. I sort of watched a bit of Pokemon. Pokemon was probably the most out of all the shows I kind of got into. Yu-Gi-Oh here and there. Pokemon was hard to follow. I don't know why, I struggled watching Pokemon a lot. Like, I just couldn't follow it for some weird reason. You ever pull out old games and realize your younger self was ass at gaming? I try not to. But yeah, sometimes I do. Pen pop? It's a great question as to where that pen is. I might have to... Oh no, it's right here. What the hell? Old games are harder? Somewhat. Here we go, ready? So nice. Oh shit, that was the same time as a sub. That was a double pop at the same time. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate the tier 1, man. I'll do another one. That was crazy. I didn't even see the sub. That was just pulling out the pen. That was wild. One more for the people. Was the Ryan Reynolds movie any good? Oh, the Pikachu detective one? It was okay. It was nothing special. Nothing special at all. Damn, that was satisfying. Yeah, it was okay. Oh, that's why it wasn't wiping clean. Pokemon Resort, though? Pokemon Resort. I only watched, like, the first 3 or 4 Pokemon movies. I, at one point, was trying to catch up with Pokemon, but I got distracted. Now I'm kind of into Dragon Ball. I'm going through Dragon Ball Kai right now, and I'm going to go through all the Dragon Ball series. I don't know why. Dragon Ball is, like, amazing for me. I think it's way better than Pokemon. The Mewtwo one is peak. I cried in the Mewtwo one. The first movie. Pokemon, the first movie, was actually inspiring, dude. Who didn't? We should take a poll if people cried during the Pokemon first movie. We all cried at the first movie, or you were heartless? Yeah, when Mewtwo is basically saying that we should love each other, not based off of what we basically look like, but the content of our character, it actually sparked something inside me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Blue Star movie and the Mewtwo movie are peak. I have not seen the other one. I think the last movie I saw was the one with Lugia. That was probably the last one that I saw, which I think might have even been the second movie. This sounds so bad, dude. I think I saw the one with the legendary dogs in it, like Suicune and all that. But I don't, for the life of me, remember it at all. That had to be like one of the movies where I remember being there, like present, but don't remember the movie at all. And I don't know why, because I was really young when that was still around too, so. Dogs are the best legendary trio. Fight me? They're pretty cool. Valid take. Super valid take. I've never, I need to watch Dragon Ball, never seen any of it. I strongly recommend skipping Dragon Ball Z and just watching Dragon Ball Kai. It's a lot more, the pacing of Kai to me is more digestible. I actually did some comparing some of the episodes, and yeah, there's some pretty big differences. Who else got the hieroglyphic Mew cards? I did. I remembered opening those things up and not knowing what the fuck to do with them. Something about them making a world for a little girl and it was kind of trippy, such a weird movie. The legendary dog ones? That sounds really familiar now, actually. Well, I thought it was all of them, not the fire one. I thought it was like all the dogs. Or maybe you're right. Was it just one dog? I don't remember now. That's crazy. I should watch all the Pokemon again, but goddamn, there's so many Pokemon movies. All the Pokemon series, though, seems really cool to watch again. The only one I remember with all the beasts was the, oh god, Zoroark movie. Okay, I don't even know what that is. Damn, I got some stuff to do. What stabs are these? These are just plain Jane Duroc stabs. I actually really like Duroc stabs. There ain't nothing wrong with them. Straight from Mash Drop. I just rewatched Yu-Gi-Oh! And then got the Dwarf Artisans after the nostalgia. Actually, I saw those new S-Craft Artisans. I kind of want those, man. In the Pokemon anime, didn't Raichu Hyper Beam Pikachu in the face? I don't really remember. You know, I've never seen any Pokemon show past, like, pretty much the first season, or not season per se, but, like, just the OG stuff. I've never seen any of the new stuff from Pokemon. I've heard it's done, though, now. I've heard it's, like, come to a conclusion. Wild to think about, though. Absolutely wild. It's been going on that freaking long. Sorry, I'm concentrating soldering right now. It took Ash 25 years to be a champion, and he hasn't aged a day. Isn't that crazy? Ashby middle-aged now? I do find that a bit weird. Crazy how Ash was born in the 1900s. Damn. It'd be funny if you were born in the 1900s as well. That would be funny. I ain't Unk though. 35-year-old and Pokemon champion isn't bad. Is that how old he would have been? Oh yeah, Ash was like 14 or 15 when he first started his journey, right? That is kind of funny, actually. He was 10? Damn, I thought he was like 14 or 15. That's crazy. How does Ash make money? I don't know. That's a good question. Ash just be punking 10-year-old youngster Joeys and making money, bro? Yeah, he's just fighting random trainers and earning cash. We just never knew it. What the frick? Damn, soldering is going by at a decent speed today, guys. Look at that. Ash hustles the streets. Decent timing today. Currently, I'm harassing an old rich couple bird and flower monster for money, and it's working nicely. Wait, currently I'm harassing an old rich couple's bird and flower monster? What are we talking about? Which game are we talking about? Oh. You're talking about Pokemon. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, the sound of this actually makes me so calm. I'm not gonna lie. It's like white noise, and it low-key makes me sleepy. You know, if I ever need a white noise machine, I should just turn on this fan. Alex, you really think I'm in the mood for abusing real animals and not fake animals instead? True. Honestly, true. White noise good? Is it the sound or the solder fumes? Can you imagine if it was the solder fumes? It could be a bit of both. Hopefully I'm not getting any solder fumes, though. I can only hope. Oh yeah, Brock was a little bit older and also had like kids he took care of. I watched a little bit in order, like 20, 25 episodes. Sort of recently while I was lubing switches, but honestly, I was getting kind of bored, man. Dude, I forgot how the pacing of the OG Pokemon stuff was awful to me. I could not listen to it at all. Or watch it even. Alright. Prototypist doesn't use an exhaust fan? He's cooler than me. What can I say? Alrighty. Now we have part 2 of this build today. No wonder Brock was so interested in girls. Poor kid just wanted to wanted out of the single teen dad life. Okay. Dude, this is actually quite heavy, Bull. It's intimidatingly, like, It doesn't feel like it'd be heavy, but it's actually quite heavy. What bit do I need for this? People always give me shit for not using a fan. I feel like if you're only doing 1 or 2 projects, it's not bad. But if you're doing it like on a daily basis, yeah, I'd say use a fan. I feel like at that point there, you might actually need one. Ooh, these are nice and easy to screw out. I really like this. So we already have the daughter board installed, so we don't really need to open up the case at all. Abstract on this? Ooh, that actually would be kind of interesting. There is 2 screws on the top, 2 on the bottom, and 2 on the sides. Do you guys want to see the inside of the case? And then those are where the little gasket cords or slots or whatever you want to call them would go. Are in these little separate slots on the top, which is interesting. The machining is quite nice on this actually. It's very, very nicely machined. And then to open it up, we need Torx screws. So let's grab this guy, I think. Nope, wrong one. One up, one up. Let's see the underside of the weight. Yeah, I'm also kind of curious about that too. Let's see, let's see. I went down a weird rabbit hole today. I really want to get myself, because right now I'm using some like, geez, what's the brand? Uniqlo satchel bag thing. And I kind of want to get like a nicer one where it has like a little bit more rigidity to it, because mine feels like it's always so like slumped. I don't know why. Ooh, very nice. So we have the daughter board over here, held in with 2 screws. A nice cable channel that actually works. Look at that. Very cool, actually. And this is the bottom of this case here. Nothing special. But it does line up, so it looks like it does kind of self-align with these, almost like a countersunk area over here, where it just plops in. Yeah, kind of locks into place this way and doesn't move afterwards. Very cool though. Here is the shape of the weight and the thickness of the weight, in case you guys are curious as well. DJ, that's actually one that was on my list. They have a store in Toronto? Where at? How does the weight taste? I don't know if I want to taste it, guys. Doesn't the bottom of the case feel so light when the weight is removed? Dude, this is actually quite a giant piece of heft. I agree. It is quite heavy bowl. Damn. Queen Street West? Oh, okay. So that's where all the other cool hip shops are. What material is the weight? This one here is brass, but there are a few different versions, I believe. Bowl, I think you... Aesthetically, I really like this. This is... Dare I say, Bowl, and I love all of Bowl's designs, I kind of like this a little bit more than the Pangea Mini for like the form factor. Although the Pangea Mini is a pretty looking keyboard. But I sort of like this more. High praise. Well, that's my favorite project from Bowl, is the Pangea Mini. This might actually take the cake though aesthetically. So Bowl, are these necessary to put in these little aligner things in the corners? I would assume so, right? They kind of just go in there, slot in there like that. Tisk tisk, not the Manta. I can't say, that's an unfair. I had a hand in that, so. Highly necessary. Not mandatory, but they make it really nice so the plate doesn't slide around. Okay. Yeah, they're really easy to put in, so cool. Now, I guess my question is, what are all the durometers here? Does it say? Did you put that in the notes? I guess I can only tell if I look, huh? Well, they're 30, 60, and 90, but I don't know which one's which. Is the white one the lightest? Is it white, gray, black? No, it doesn't say on the bag. Okay, it is white, gray, black. Okay. So 30, 60, 90, if anyone's using this as reference. I think I'm going to try the middle one first. I'm going to be honest, I usually don't like really light gaskets. But let's try this one here first. Interesting. So these just slot into place. Do these go on the top frame as well? Oh, there's a screw. They do. Okay. Oh no, they do. Okay. Interesting. Oh, these just like pressure fit into place. Damn, that's actually pretty cool. What a neat idea this is. This one here is not going in nice though. What the hell? There we go. Are they easy to remove? If you probably get a... Hold on, let me just put this one here in. Although this one here feels like it's not going in nice. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, they'd be easy to remove. You just need a pair of tweezers, and they'll easily slip out. Kind of reminds me of the Numa gasket, but less finicky. Almost. This is, you know what this sort of reminds me of? This sort of reminds me of when you cut the O-ring cords, but it's just easier to put in. Almost like on the Geon boards, for example. Very F1-esque. Yeah, it's like F1-esque, just easier to use. Never seen you do it before, so can you try this one switchless, please, and thanks. Huh? Thank you, Adam. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Adam. These are silicone. Justice for Annette? This one here's not going in nice. There we go. Getting them in, you do need to just make sure you press them in, and then they kind of just go in naturally, which is nice. But I wouldn't say they're not hard to put in. They just have a certain way they press in, and then you should be good to go. I sent you the GB modding link. Thank you so much, Masters. I appreciate that, man. You are a king. Damn, everyone's getting... I don't know. Everyone's just deleting things. I don't know what's going on in chat. It's like the Wild West. Alex, admin... Or Adam is admin abusing, basically. Okay, dude. Is he? Do we need to... Oh, he deleted Annette for mod. Accusations? Adam always tries to silence me. I don't know, man. Playing Battlefield next month or not? I probably am gonna skip out on the Battlefield hype. I'm a little burnt out on games like that. Like, the only game I can really stomach, per se, when it comes to shooters right now is Overwatch, which is crazy. But Stadium really revived the game for me. But yeah, I'm skipping out. I'm a little burnt out on shooters in general. All right, gaskets in. You do get 2 extra gaskets with this. I heard that you love competitive shooters games these days. I don't mind. I play competitive Overwatch. Like, I play Stadium competitive. But I'm not super serious at it. Like, last night I had a really good game where I played Mei. Just by accident. I meant to click Soldier because I've been maining Soldier, but I played Mei and I rocked as Mei. Oh yeah, this just like fits really snugly in here and doesn't move at all. I really like that bowl. You can see the corner silicone pieces are making it just lock in place, so this literally does not move. That is quite nice. All right, now we can put this together. Okay, put some stuff back in this. Twitch reverting to 2013, no shot. What is Twitch doing? Damn, everyone has message deleted? That's crazy. Zace, thank you so much for the prime. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Wild West out here? Damn. I wonder what everyone's saying. I do like strategy games. I have honestly no one to play with though. Sometimes one friend of mine will like playing strategy games with me. But I've been actually really wanting to play like a really big game like Civilization or something. Thank you, Blaze, for the tier 1. And also, yes, we have so many message deleted today. But I do. There was another game that a friend got me into that's one of those like 2K or 4K strategy games or whatever. Those like really crazy ones. I was having a blast with that too. Alex's favorite play this message deleted. Sometimes it is. I watched your first video on YouTube and it's a PUBG video, actual cinema. Your voice is so different. Different microphone. Yeah, that voice. I need to delete that clip, man. I was getting too excited over my kill in PUBG. Playing with my friend Gabe back in the day. But you're back gonna watch it now? That's lore, bro. I used to play a lot of PUBG. That was like, dude, when PUBG first came out, oh my goodness. That game changed me, dude. I loved PUBG. Now I gotta decide what keycaps I'm gonna use. It was so good, and then I got really into Fortnite after that. Do we feel like abstract to be too much beige on this? I sort of feel like, I know someone mentioned earlier, that's why. What else can we use? I feel like we have lots of options we can use. We don't have to go to match the weight. Adam, do you want to run a poll for... Well, what beige set do we mean? I only have 2 beige sets. Modern materials? Modern mats on this one? Wouldn't that be too... Same? Well, okay, we'll do modern materials, concrete, I guess. Wait, concrete, really? Okay, hold on. Let's do a few different sets. Let's try tribal. I think tribal would look good on this. Tribal, let's do winner circle. Okay, we'll do winner circle as the beige set because I feel like abstract. Okay, and we'll do abstract and wob. Can you do those 4 for us? Agent Purple, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate you. What's up, man? How's your day been, man? How is the day treating you? Thank you, dude. Oh, didn't Bull use Cloud Meat? I swear Bull used it, though. I swear I heard him use it on one of his streams recently. I don't know if it was for the Oblique. Poll is up. Poll is up. Who created this poll? Where is concrete? Damn. Pretty good so far. Got some family in from out of country. Hope your day's good. Dude, hell yeah, mine's doing good. Out of country family. That's, are they going to be here a while? That's going to be a fun time. New mod, Shake My Head. Finish the PUBG video. Wow, different vibes. There's a lot of deleted video games, videos, or hidden video game ones. One day I'll show you guys. One day. It's just me screaming. That's it. I think this dude faked his mod resume. You think so? Are the Milky Yellows filmed? Yes. They had the works done to them. What's gonna win? What is gonna win? Also, thank you guys for the subs and stuff too, guys. Thanks for all the support to this channel, guys. For real. Love you guys. Is Winner's Circle gonna win? I wanted to see in real life. Oh, I have Abstract in real life. Here. I'll just show it on this board here, Liv, so you don't feel like you missed anything. Abstract. I think it would be too warm for this case, to be real with you guys. Maybe a bit too warm for the case. I don't know, maybe it would look good. But that's how Abstract looks. It's a great looking set. Fantastic, honestly. Yeah, a little too warm, right? I think Winner's Circle will be good. Let me go find it. So just give me a second. You guys will have a chair stream, I guess, right now. Give me a moment. Modern Material Stone would have looked great. Really? I don't know. I'm kind of like on the fence with that one. Alright, Winner's Circle. Let me get the case for it, the box for it, and then find the board as well. Where did it go? Here's the box. And now I need to remember which keyboard. Oh no, it's all in here. Never mind. We don't need to take it off anything today. Oh. Ooh, I need to get Mr. Sleeves. I think there's still some left on novel keys. This will be fun on this. What lights are you cooking up in the back? Are they just light bars? They're from Newer. They're just regular schmegular light bars. I had a gift card given to me for one of the camera stores, and the camera store, honestly, like they really only had lights and stuff. So I've been wanting these like light bars for a while, and I was like, you know what? We'll grab them. Yeah, this is the Siege set. Ugh. This is a Rainbow Six themed set, yeah. This set definitely had a bit of oddities when it came to, like, you know, not including the regular WASD. That was a bit odd. But the metallic gold is really cool. Like, the metallic, whatever you want to call this color, is a super cool color for this, so. I do wish they just included the regular schmegular ASD and W, so it's okay. I wanted to buy it if I had a regular WASD in 6. Yeah, because, like, I don't know if this is going to show up very well on stream. But they're the metallic-y ones, like Metallic Kaiju, you know, or the whatever the Kaiju set is. So it has all those, like, metallic-y flecks in it. So it's kind of, like, pearlescent in a way. I don't know if that's showing up super, super well, guys. Who says ASD and W? Me, because I got confused. I have a Cat Midas set. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't like the sound of PBT stuff. It is a personal preference thing. That's it. It's the end of story for me when it comes to that. I'm just not a fan. It's a cool set, though. It's a super cool set. This is Winner's Circle. It's the Rainbow's Six Siege set. God, that was a lot of S's. PBT sounds great with EC/Topher. Yeah, I agree. It can. Kevbot, thank you so much for the Prime. Thanks, dude. Although, you know, I do like this keycap set on this. This is like the perfect tone to match the case. Not match the case, but like just keep it in the same range. This was a good choice, guys. Hell yeah. Really nice choice here. I'm not an avid coffee drinker, but I'm trying stuff. I'm trying out stuff at the cafe near me with all these weird terms are confusing me. What are they confusing you with? Dude, I didn't know how much pour-overs cost at coffee shops. It is crazy. I don't understand any of the coffee terms. There's some stuff even I don't understand, man. I got kind of into it, but then I realized how expensive the coffee hobby really is, and I just literally can't afford it. It is crazy, some of the coffee stuff. I ended up getting a little deep into it where I got a half-decent grinder and some pour-over stuff, which is probably the cheapest out of all the coffee hobby stuff you can get into. But I am not made of money, so I cannot get like... Dude, some of those espresso machines are insanity, bro. They are crazy how much money those things cost. Ooh. Ooh. Regular 6, please? Really? I like the Rainbow Six here. Do you guys want me to switch it? I'll switch it if you guys don't like it. In Coffee Hobby's defense, one doesn't buy more than one espresso machine. Yeah, but I feel like... Okay, here's my thing with it. Some of the espresso machines cost a lot of money, and then the maintenance that some of those coffee machines need just feels so daunting to me. Even the fact that like the grinder I have requires a little bit of like every now and then I have to take it apart. Like it's one of those things where I kind of go like sigh to every now and then. I'm like, I don't like doing this. So I don't know, just me maybe. If you get a good one, but dude, some of those good ones are expensive. I don't know. I couldn't justify making the purchase there. I couldn't justify it. I don't drink enough coffee. Well, I have my morning coffee, but I don't think I'd want an espresso in the morning, so. And then some of the beans cost, oh my god, dude. The bean cost in some of those things are crazy too. Oh, this is nice. If you change it, I want to switch the escape and the 6 for malicious compliance. Oh, put the 6 here, you mean? No, I'll just leave it like this. I like it like this. This is cool. This looks really good on this board. I gotta admit. This was a really cool choice. Ooh. Little 360 of the board here. Here's that weight again. All right, Bull. This looks really good. Again, it says it's supposed to be 1.8 kilos, I think, unbuilt, but this feels hefty, man. This is nice. Hell yeah. I can already tell you guys, this is going to sound elite. All right, we have Bull's newest 60% the Oblique, paired with an aluminum plate. You can't go wrong. With milky yellows, you can't go wrong. with the 60 durometer O-rings, or not O-rings, O-ring cords or silicone cords, whatever you want to call them, gaskets, let's just call them. I'm going to plug it in, actually. Oh, okay. It doesn't fit with this particular cable. Remember I told you guys I was worried about the cable? Okay, I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to... I had a feeling. Not the cable. This is a chunky connector anyways. This has a lot of issues, a lot of keywords. Alright. Let's see how this sounds like, shall we? I mean, I just want to tune the stab up a little bit here. These alphas are sounding pretty low pitch. That's crazy. These alphas are sounding already insane. Much better. God damn, this sounds really nice. I would say, okay. Let me type it on a bit actually here. Damn, I think this is literally on par with how much I liked the oh my lord. Pangea Mini. Thank you, Adam. This is literally on par with, like, sound-wise for what I think with the Pangea Mini. I do think the alphas are very pronounced on this and very nice. All the mods sound really good on this. I would say almost the spacebar is almost unique in a way. It's interesting. I feel like this actually has a bit more bass than some of Bull's other projects. It's not quite as like pop, and that might be just the design of the the fixture of the plate around the spacebar. But I like it. It has a bit more bass to it, you know? And I know what milky yellow spacebars sound like. Again, I think they're a slight bit different, but I think it's on par with how much I liked the Pangea Mini. This is a nice pickup for 405, especially because this is in stock. If this was not in stock, I'd say, yeah, you know what? Like, if you want to grab it and want to wait for it, for sure. But in stock, this is, well, pre-order, in stock, whatever you want to call it. 4 to 8 week delivery time. It's about a month or two. Pretty nice. Okay, I will say this is probably Bull's nicest alphas out of all the projects that he's done. The alphas are very nice for this. There's not really anything I'd say improvement-wise. Not really anything. The only little piece of critique I even really had, which was like, if you even want to call it critique, because there's downsides to the critique I had, was I wish that this had more bottom row options. But I can't see this needing to change anything of itself. Perhaps if we really want to get into the nitty-gritty, you won't be able to use all your cables. So people who have fat cables like this, like I do, you might not be able to use your chunky cable connectors. we'll have to use something thinner if that's even a critique at this point here. It's a nice looking keyboard. Very nice. I like what he's doing with this. I think I really like the silicone press-in things. To compare this to the F1 actually, because someone asked me how does this compare like feel versus like the F1 and stuff like that. You get a little bit of that same sort of like feedback you would on the F1. I'm sure if you use the hardest durometers, you could probably get more of that feedback. But it's sort of there, and I can even feel it with the desk a little bit. Like, you can hear some of that like feedback you get too. Interesting. It's not quite there. It's not as pronounced as the F1, but like I said, some of that feedback, some of that feeling you get, the tactility of using that, like that F1 mounting style is there for sure. But it's subdued just ever so slightly. It feels like a good balance between a standard gasket and a little bit of having the F1. Like it's a cool balance between it all. How does it compare to the Numa? That's a toughie. I feel like the Numa has its own kind of look to it. Visually, I like both boards. The Numa has a very clean aesthetic, which I really like. And I might even say the Numa's aesthetic is usually more my cup of tea. But I do think this sounds a lot like cleaner than the Numa in some ways. Yeah, I think the mounting style is nicer on this than in the Numa. So yeah, it's true. The F1 8X mounting style can be rigid for some. Some people think it has too much feedback. So I think this is like a happy medium. Plus, you can just change it. If you don't like it, you can go with a softer one. Nice. I really like this. I really think this project's cool. It's a beautiful case, too. Like, when you look at this again, very pretty. Very, very pretty. What plate do you think will suit this kind of mounting? Okay, I only have the PEI plate, which might not be the best example of plastic. I don't know if plastic will be super great with full travel switches here. I feel like this is going to be one of the boards where you probably want to go with like plastic and long poles switches. You have PP and Nixies and they sound insane? Damn, I would like to hear that actually. The polypropylene plates have been surprising me lately. But perhaps long poles would be maybe my guess here. But when you really look at the alphas of the milky yellows here with just the aluminum, it's already pretty loud. I'm guessing what would happen is you would probably lose some of that harsher bottom out with a more poppy, maybe more subdued sound. And not quite the more like thud metallic-y sound. So, interesting. I don't know though. That'd be a tough one to say. If Menu's saying he has his with plastic and it's clacky, then that'd be interesting. Now I have to decide between this and the F165 from a next pickup. Ooh. F1 aesthetic is very different. I'm not going to play, obviously, like this game where, just because I have this in front of me right now. The F1 aesthetic is an aesthetic. Like, it's a very cool aesthetic. I've always appreciated how the F1 boards look. It has that blocky kind of, chunky look. Very minimal, very kind of industrial in some ways. I like that aesthetic a lot. This one here has a bit more of a stylized aesthetic to it. Almost a little bit more modern feeling in a way. A little bit more handcrafted. So if you prefer something like this, I'd say this would be the aesthetic you'd probably want to go for. Okay, I didn't want to say this, but I kind of feel like the DK1, this could have been edge to edge with the DK1. Like the DK1 could have been edge to edge with this, but the DK1 had actual stuff it was kind of missing from the whole board. So I do feel like if you guys were picking between the DK1 and this, then yeah, this definitely is like better. But the DK1's also like half the price. Just remember, the DK1's also literally, I think, like 50% of this keyboard. But the DK1 does have its like glaring, not flaws, but it's just missing things. So But I say the aesthetic kind of goes hand in hand. Actually, I have it right here. It's literally right beside me. It's sort of that same kind of like angled aesthetic. See over here? This is way more pronounced though. Way more pronounced, but kind of like faceting in some areas. Yeah. I prefer the look of this. But this has that unique Marblano, which is really cool, by the way. This is like super neat. Okay, the one thing I will give the DK1, if I was to compare this and the DK1, which again, unfair comparison, because a lot of things, but dude, this is so pretty. I love the way they did these like little PVD accents on the HHKB. I think that's super cool looking. There's that other board that did that recently too, the oh geez, I don't remember what it's called. But there's one other board recently we looked at that also did this thing here, and it's so pretty. I love the Wraith, that's the one. I love it. I think that one there looks super good with the accents on top. It's almost like very classy looking to me. But again, preference. This is all preference at this point here. I would personally say Bull has another banger on his hands. That DK one is I don't know if Ice Blue is what they called it, but something like that. We go through phases in the hobby sort. Sometimes there's a lot of TKLs, sometimes a lot of 75s. No, I was gonna look at it today, but unfortunately, I didn't want to like drop it on Matrix that, hey, I'm looking at it today, tell everyone. So I'm just gonna reschedule it to the 10th. Just so more people who are actually interested in that project can actually tune in. I just didn't want to like drop it and then no one gets to see it and then it's my fault. So I'm just going to properly book it. So I properly booked it and told the Matrix people that we'll look at it on the 10th. That's when the actual group buy for that goes live anyways. As in coming up, it's just the new, I don't even know what to call it really, but it's new Matrix stuff that go with the Matrix NOS. We'll take a look at it then. Did they not announce that stuff? They told me about it. I can't plug this in like this. Are you gonna look at the 4722? I did already. It's actually still upstairs. I have it like on a little pedestal thing. I should bring it down. It has Greg on it right now because everyone was laughing about Greg on it, so we put Greg on it. All right. Well, this is fun. The Oblique's a killer project. I like this one here, Bull. Very nice. Very nice. I feel like this also fits. Another thing I want to say too is I feel like this fits very nicely in Bull's collective of keyboards. Like I almost feel like this is different enough visually from his other projects. This kind of stands in its own, which is interesting. Like visually, I mean. So nice. Very, very nice. Pre-order tomorrow? Yes. Remove the 6? I'm leaving it. Ain't no way, dude. Ain't no way. Don't forget the cheese tier list. Oh, can we do that? Honestly, Adam, I'm starting to... I think the coffee's passed through me now. You guys still want to do the cheese tier list? I'll do the fucking cheese. Wait, can you link it to me? Do the smaller one. Link me both. I want to see both of them now. Ah, no, I'll do the big one here. I have it open still. Screw it. We'll do it. We're going to do it now. I can't afford all of them with the cheese ones. All right, cheese tier list time. Oh, let me move this over because it's cut off. Oh, that is not what I need to move over. Cheese tier list. All right, American cheese. Okay, I have a weird question when it comes to American cheese. What is it? What does it mean? Like, is that just the craft singles? Is that what American cheese means? Or is it like, basically, no? I feel like I'm misinterpreting what American cheese is. I've always thought it's craft singles. American cheddar? It's its own type. American cheese means ultra processed cheese. It's American, bro. Government cheese. So I'm not wrong. It is like the craft singles. It's plastic. No, I'm right then. It's like I don't know if... You were wrong? Okay, what is it then? Government cheese? I don't really know. It does kind of look like, well, I don't know. Is it still a block of cheese we have to cut? Processed to melt more evenly, basically cheddar with... Oh, shit. I love that the person teaching me about cheese right now is named radioactive goat milk. Because that could be a potential cheese. In a cheese. Diome citrate sodium, or I guess sodium. Sodium citrate, okay. He's keeping cow milk down. First time chat 2 is funny, yeah. He's like been waiting for this moment. He's like, hell yeah, dude, we're gonna talk about cheese today. I love the name though. Radioactive goat milk, crazy. And the green username is crazy too. Okay then, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I actually like this cheese on burgers and stuff. This is like my favorite. I'm gonna give it a B. Don't fucking hate me, guys. Whatever, man. I don't think it's S tier. But I think like for burgers and like other things that melt, it's nice. I like it. But I wouldn't choose. I've definitely had burgers with really good cheese on it. But it's nice. Like when you're in a hurry, want to make something, it's there, it's handy, you know what I mean? So it's nice. I've never tried this. I don't even know how to pronounce this one. Asiago cheese. I've had this. I think this is a cheese my parents buy a lot. I've had this. It's okay. Forgettable, I'd say. I never had this. I've never had blue cheese. I've seen blue cheese in the fridge when I was living with my parents. I've never tried it. Brie is S tier. I don't care what anyone says. This is such a good sandwich cheese, especially if you want to do like a nice like melt of some sort. It pairs so well with so many things. It's delicious. Now, I've also had British cheddar cheese. I've had a wide variety of them, and I think to chalk it up to British cheddar almost does it a disservice, if I'm being real. There's a shit ton of variations of this. I'm going to give it an A because it is really good cheese. I've never had buffalo mozzarella. If it's just regular mozzarella, is it regular mozzarella? I'm going to just leave it as this. I don't even know what this is. That looks freaky to me. I've heard of this cheese. I've never tried it. Regular cheddar cheese is S tier. Can't go wrong with just regular schmegular cheddar. But okay, just so you guys know what I perceive as the difference between regular cheddar and British cheddar. British cheddar has in my opinion, a much more sharper taste. And then some of the variations of British cheddar I found to be a bit more like like very smoky and sharp. Usually just sharp. But I prefer just regular cheddar if I'm going with like a cheddar cheese. This is almost too much for me. Like it's too cheesy tasting. Curd cheese. I've only ever had this in poutine, and I don't even care for poutines. I don't know. I'm gonna give this a C, man. Never had this. Colby Jack is good. I'm gonna give this an A1. I'm gonna give that A for sure. I don't know what regular Colby is. I don't think I've ever had regular Colby. Cottage cheese. You know, I've never had this in my entire life, but I see everyone talk about how good this is for you, like protein-wise. I don't like cream cheese. You guys can fucking hate me all you want. I don't care for it. You guys can leave. You guys can unsub. I don't care. I don't really care for it. Cream, I've already never had. I already know the cream cheese one's gonna get people fucking upset. Never had Derby. Never had this one. When's the last time you had it? Like sort of recent? I really don't like it, man. Farmer's cheese, I don't even know what this is. Feta's good. I just had feta tonight. I'm gonna give it an A. Fontina. I don't know what any of these things are, man. Fresh mozzarella, I've only ever had on pizza. What else would you have fresh mozzarella on out of curiosity? I'm just curious. I'm gonna give it a B tier because it's good on pizza, but oh shit. So nice.
American cheese, the greatest cheese ever. Perfect squares, beautiful melts, it built this country. Brie, okay. Smells like feet. Gouda, not good. Swiss, holes everywhere, total scam. Other cheeses? Weak, foreign, disasters. American cheese is strong, patriotic, a winner. You put it on a burger, folks, that burger is making America great again. The rest? Sad.
Damn. Those points were actually really hard to argue with, huh? Really hard to argue with those. Thank you so much. I appreciate the bits, Mochi. Thank you, dude. Frying cheese. Bro, what the hell is frying cheese? Have I ever even had this? What is frying cheese, guys? Am I reading that right? Frying cheese. Is that just cheese sticks? Fried cheese? Just mozzarella sticks? Why is it called frying cheese? I mean, these are good. I like them. They're good. They're B. I don't... Okay, I'm not going to eat them all the time. I think so. Okay, I think so. I don't know. Never had this. Never had... Oh, goat cheese. I never had goat cheese. Gorgonzola. Man, this one scares the shit out of me. I don't know why. Gouda cheese, delish. I'm going to give that an S. Never had this. Halloumi. Oh my god, dude. I've tried recently. Halloumi is... I think I'm pronouncing that right. It is so good. I freaking love this cheese. I've been getting it in a lot of my shawarmas recently. Oh my god, it changed the game for me, dude. Insane good cheese. My goat, it's so good, bro. Humble fuck, dude. I feel like I've had this, but I don't remember what this was. Never had this. Never had this, dude. There's a lot of cheeses. Never had. I don't even know what the fuck this says. Labney never had. Marble cheese. Can I keep it a buck with you guys? I actually don't care for marble cheese. I feel like marble cheese is an abomination of cheeses. It's like leftover cheeses put together. I just like pick a path, you know what I mean? Mascarpone, I hate mascarpone. I'm not a big fan. Monterey Jack's good. I'm gonna give it an A tier. I feel like I like other cheeses before Monterey Jack. Mozzarella, like on its, it can pair well with things. I'd give it a B. No, marble cheese, I don't know, man. Maybe I've just had really bad marble cheese, but like, I always associate marble cheese with like cheap cheese. Like, I don't know, it's just never very good. And it plus doesn't ever have any flavor. It has like a slight cheese flavor and that's it. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Parmesan is delish. This is also really good. I'm gonna be real, I've only had this like twice ever. It was good, but I feel like I need to try this more to give it an S tier. Pepper Jack, B. Provolone, good for sandwiches. I prefer other cheeses though. What kind of Italian are you? Leave me alone, dude. Cork cheese? No. Don't know what that is. Okay, this one here, I feel like I've had this melted, but I've never had this in any other fashion. Do I still rate this? The queso fresco. Pecorino's a staple? I know it is. I just don't really... I've never had it. I've never had gorgonzola, no. Do whatever you want. I'm going to not rate this just because I feel like I don't have a... I liked it, but I also don't know, like... I would want to try this like without it being just melted. Never had this. Never had this. Ricotta, I don't mind ricotta in like lasagnas and stuff. Outside of that, I'm not a big fan of ricotta. Never had this. Never had this. Smoked Gouda is S tier. Never had this. String cheese. Is this the string cheese that you get in like the little plastic things? And then you open it up? Sorry, guys. Sorry for all the people who like string cheese. Shit tastes like plastic, guys. I'm sorry, guys. It literally tastes like plastic. Sometimes I confuse myself whether or not I've peeled off the plastic wrap to get to the cheese. So I'm going to be real with you guys. It does taste like plastic. Swiss is delish. I don't know what this is, and I don't know what this is. There's my list. How does that taste more plastic than the American cheese? Now, I will argue, I will die on this hill right now. String cheese taste faker than American cheese. I am sorry. I think string cheese is like the one you get in those like little things. I hope we're all thinking of the same thing. That shit actually tastes like plastic. At least American cheese, when you melt it and stuff, it tastes a little bit like cheese. It's just so bad, dude. String cheese is shit. Like, I think it's actual junk. Disagree. I hate it, bro. American cheese is more plastic, artificial tasting. I don't know. I disagree with that. Do you take off the plastic before eating it? Now I'm questioning my life, Will. I love how I went to lurk mode and came back to cheese tier list. Where did cheese curds go? C. I've never really had them outside of poutines, and I don't even really care for poutine. Wouldn't the mark of a good cheese be that you can eat it on their own? I feel like that's a whole argument. Some people actually will say that like pairing cheeses with things is like, it really changes the cheese. There are some cheeses on this list, like for example, would I ever eat brie by itself? Absolutely not. But eating brie with other things, impeccable. It's so good. But I've tried brie on its own, and it's a lot. Like brie is one of those cheeses too where there's like different cream levels that you can get, and there's some that are like triple creamy or whatever, and some of them are too rich to be eating on your own. You need to pair it with some stuff. So yeah, cottage cheese also alone is probably not that great. Like I've definitely seen it on its own, and I've heard people tell me it's not that good. So, but for example, would I eat? Where is it? American cheese on its own? No, absolutely never. But I'd eat some of these other cheeses on their own. Like for example, cheddar cheese and Gouda, absolutely. Smoked Gouda, absolutely. Parmesan, actually, maybe not. I don't think I'd eat Parmesan on its own. Same with like ricotta. I would not eat that on its own either. So I do think this one here is a bit like, this might be one of the few things I'd be like, yeah. Because for other things, I'll say the mark of something good is like you can eat it by itself. But the problem is you haven't had authentic string cheese. There's authentic string cheese. Bro, I'm going to be real. Here in Canada, the only string cheese I know is like 1 or 2 brands that make string cheese in the grocery store. And it's like for kids. And honestly, even when I was a kid, I hated it. What's that in the picture? I don't know, man. It looks like a shoelace. I'll be real with you guys. That looks like a shoelace to me, but I can't really tell because the pictures are like 3 pixels by 3 pixels. It has to come from the string region of France. Oh, it's like wines now. Is it? I think you need to update your prescription, Alex. Bruh. Lunchbox string cheese came in clutch before lunchtime in school. I had it all the time. I never really cared for it, though. String cheese is not it for me. Alright, though, guys. That's pretty much the stream. I hope this was fun. I hope this was fun. Let's go find someone to raid. Which year do I put the meds I need to not get emptied by cheese? Huh? Cheese whiz? Oh, please. Let's go raid Diego. If you guys did want to support this project, go check out Bull's page and all the other vendors' page tomorrow. I think Bull said 11 a.m. CST, was it? So that's when it should go live. Alright, guys. See ya. Take care. Have a good one. Bye, everybody. And enjoy your cheese if you guys are having cheese tonight, because I probably will make myself some cheese and crackers now. I don't know. See you guys. Bye. Love you. Oh, wait, one thing. I won't be live for the next like 3 or 4 days because I'm taking the weekend to myself, but I'll see you guys Tuesday. Love you and goodbye. See you guys.